Hello, welcome back to Ricker Forge. It's been a little bit. So I've actually gotten something excited, and I've been actually saving up a little bit for it. So that I'm gonna put together a Whitlock mini forge. So that basically, that top piece right there. And I did kind of, I'd say, I went ahead and got one of the hand crank blowers as well. I got a stand that's going to be coming on its way, and I'll most likely make another video about that. Now, I decided not to get the electric blower because I wanted it to be something where I didn't need electricity to be able to forge. And I kind of have a lot of woods in my backyard, and it would be just a great alternate source to my my propane forge. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the assembly portion of this, and then let you know what I think. All right, step one, bolt loosely together. If you don't bolt it loosely together, then you're not gonna be getting the bricks to sit correctly. I watched their assembly video before I decided to take the first attempt at this. And then the second step is going to be attach the snout with a flathead machine screw and insert work rest. So that little bar I got right here. So that's going to be a work rest. Place a spacer ring at the front of the forge. So that spacer ring is going to sit just at the front, where the other tube is going to sit, and it kind of allows the actual tube where the air flows through to sit in the correct position. And then so there will be a manual blower bracket on the stand. So once I start working on the stand, that part will be bolted on. And then it goes with the fire bricks. Now they had to be so you install the draft tube. It'll stick out about 2 inches, and that's because the spacer will allow it to stick out 2 inches. The K-wool gets lined, and then the narrow bricks on the corners. So I've started taking some of the narrow bricks out and just checking them. And I do have to say, these are interesting how they must have cut these to get them good. I know I couldn't cut these bricks that precise. Let's check these other ones. This should be good. Yeah, they're well packaged. Yeah. And being that it came in this box here, it did pretty well. So, all right. Now, I was reading some comments. If you do get broken bricks, from what I've seen, the owners will basically replace them for you. But I think they've packaged them well. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues. Okay. So all the bricks are good. I'm actually saving this cardboard. Use it as starter material. All right, so now that I have all the pieces, I'm gonna go ahead and bolt everything loosely, and then I'll work on basically one thing at a time. All right, so here we go. All right, so here's the bag that the bolts come in. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of preset them up a little bit. All right. So it's got to be done loosely. So if you never used one of these are lock washers. They're pretty handy, especially when you're putting together items that you don't want really to shake apart or come apart easily. So let me go ahead and get this. Okay, so I got all the lock washers, so I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. You got it. All right. Okay. So, using a little bit of common sense, oh, got an extra washer. Nope. No. All right, let's see. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so go ahead and get. All right, so I went ahead and arranged that so it's easy to go ahead and grab. Now, it's really important for these parts to be facing down. Also, so okay, so all the lips have to be facing out and down, so nothing can be facing in and up, otherwise it's not going to be going together good. So these have to be facing down and this has to be facing out. Alright, so I am going to loosely assemble this and then we'll go to the next step from there. Alright, so one side. Okay, so I got this loosely almost assembled. I got one more bolt to put in. Okay, so these machine screws, guessing they're going to be going here. Take a little better look at the, yeah. All right, yeah. Actually, there's a recess on the inside. And since the hearthstones have to sit against this, I would say that the bolt would be on the outside. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll just flip it around, but I just do not want to have that getting in the way of the stones, fire bricks. All right, let's see. So kind of everything's loose. Everything's loose. Keep it nice and loose. All right, so that should be those basic assemblies. Now let's put down the blankets. This stuff looks so comfortable, but it's not cotton. Alright. Those went down pretty well. Nice and easy. Just tucked in there. Alright, so with these actually gonna put in the centerpiece. Alright, so let's look at the directions. I am one to not look at the directions all the time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stick the insert towards the front, like so. And then I got this piece. This is going to be hanging out the back, so these are going to be going towards the front. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the tube to make sure. Let me rotate that. So that's inserted. I got the piece there. All right, so making sure that these get put in correctly. They have to go a certain way to get the hearthstone corner to sit correctly. And that should be the way. All right. I'll show you from the back. So I'm placing them in. Okay. So basically, the more open cut, placing that up and out. So the more open cut up and out. And let me bring you over. That way these sit flush against each other. So the larger cutouts or the larger missing pieces go up. Alright. Now, for the final one, this, by the way, this is coming together very nicely. The only thing is I am going to tighten down those screws, these screws first, because I won't be able to access it after the fact. So go ahead and get that tightened. Okay, so nice and tight. Those little screws. It's coming together very nice. I like the size of this forge too. They have a much larger one. That has an adjustable centerpiece. Like you can adjust it so only certain holes are blowing. All right, so but this one's just perfect for my applications. All right, so let's get these center pieces in. Now, if you did it wrong, you won't be able to see the holes in the bottom. And this is why I gotta keep it loose. Look at that. Okay. one thing that I'm kind of noticing is if you don't have, if you're having like an automatic blower, with the hand blower, I would assume that you can basically, you can regulate the amount of air coming through fairly easy. But if you have something that's just wide open all the time, this piece actually turns. So I'm wondering if you could actually adjust it, but I don't know. Alright, so those came together real nice. This is the back piece that sits right there. You see how it sits flush. Real nice. So now the last step is to basically bolt everything down. And then from there, I mean, assembly process was easy. Just need to stick the, there we go. So that'll help hold pieces up into the fire. So, yeah, I'm really liking the design. I like the fact that since I'm gonna be using charcoal strictly, I don't have to deal with clinkers. I'm used to working with clean burning propane. So this is something that's gonna be something that I'm gonna enjoy. Something that is gonna be a slight learning curve. I don't think it's gonna be too bad though. And I think I'll get a lot of use out of this. So, so if you like this video, go ahead and share it. But I basically wanted to, I've been meaning to get this item for a while. I needed another way to heat up iron. And if you are looking for another way to heat up iron and you've been using propane all this time, so far I'm liking this item. So we'll see how it goes though. So I'll go ahead and I'll do a stand assembly, and when I get the items, I'll go over them. But yeah, I did purchase this. The business purchased these items. So they weren't sent to me or anything. I just really wanted one of these. So thank you very much for watching.